So how can you import data into Salesforce? Salesforce provides different ways to import data. You can use the data import wizard to load up to 50,000 records and use data loader to load up to 5 million records. If in case you have a requirement to import more than 5 million, you'll have to look into some middleware or third-party vendors. Now, how can you export data from Salesforce? Just like data import, Salesforce provides data export wizard, which lets you schedule exports of all your data in the Salesforce org. You can either choose to export a single object or you can opt for multiple objects as well. It's checkbox driven and completely depends on the end user to select and export whatever is needed. And apart from the data export wizard, data loader can also be used to export data. Now, what is a data loader? Data loader is a client-side application primarily used for bulk transactions. You can both import or export data. When importing data, data loader reads, extracts and loads data from comma-separated values files or from a database connection. Operations like create, update and delete can be performed on records via data loader. What is the data import wizard? The data import wizard makes it easy to import data for many standard Salesforce objects, including accounts, contacts, leads, solutions, and so on and so forth. You can also import data for custom objects. Now, if we were to talk about what is the maximum number of records that can be imported via the data import wizard, the answer would be 50,000 records. That's the maximum limit. If we try to import something more than that, the wizard throws an error. What is the maximum records that can be imported via the data loader? Well, the data loader can import up to 5 million records. What are some governor limits in Salesforce? Some of the common governor limits in Salesforce are number of SOQL, which is 100, number of DML statements, which is 150, number of records returned by a SOQL query is 50,000, number of callouts is 20. All these limits are for synchronous callouts, and Salesforce terminates the transaction if the limit is exceeded. Mention ways to store files, documents, and images in Salesforce. So Salesforce provides different out-of-the-box objects to store files, documents, and images. We can either use data under the file storage, which includes notes and attachments, files tab, and chatter, or use the documents tab to store documents. What is data skew in Salesforce? Well, data skew is a scenario when a parent object like account has 10,000 child objects or more than 10,000 records of an object are owned by a specific user in the system. This creates an issue that Salesforce calls data skew. And this creates consistency and optimization issues. And to resolve this, either the ownership can be distributed or the data model can be modified to get rid of those excessive child records. Now, does Salesforce support encryption? Well, yes, data stored in many standard and custom fields and in files and attachments is encrypted using Shield platform encryption, which Salesforce provides out of the box.